Alrighty. Another video that starts out like this, right? Alrighty. Fly Me to the Moon. Movie review, thoughts, rating. I'll give it a 4 stars, right? A high rating. It's a nice movie. It's funny. It's a funny movie. And it's kind of cute, the romance thing that they have going on. I like that he sounds nervous. Because he thinks he's never gonna see her again anyway. So he tells her, I would like to sit and talk to you for hours and buy her a drink, right? But I simply cannot. I can't, so I have to go until he leaves. But unannounced I guess she can kind of piece it together because she sees his NASA pin on his jacket, right? So she can get the message of, oh, maybe this person, I'll see him at work. Because she's a very smart woman. She's obviously got good, smart wits. That's like a trait of her character, and she's a con artist. We learned that, right? That she's a con artist. I learned that in the beginning, and when she's trying to sell the cars and the way she talks, she knows how to like manipulate people, right? Use their feelings, and it's something that she's learned. She's perfected it because she mentions that her and her mother, this is something they would do together. And also it was sad, the story, right? Her mom, the man pulled out a gun. It was in South Dakota, I think. They said the man pulled out a gun, but she pulled hers out too, and she got to him before he can get to her, right? And she killed him. And she just told her daughter to run away. She went to prison, never saw her again. So talk about abandonment, right? But through no fault of her own, right? It's not that her mother abandoned her, but like, wow. She went to prison. I never saw her again. I don't know what happened to that woman. I never saw her again. It's we're like 19. Are we in 1969? I guess. Because I think it's Apollo the 13. No, I think it was Mission 12. I don't know. I forgot which mission it was. Because the movie Mission 11 happens, and the politician guy sees it, and he's impressed, and that's when they tell him, oh, you got to do the interview on the TV, okay? This movie takes a lot of liberties, right? With the because they even say in the beginning of the film, this is a story about this period, this event that happened in our country, in our history. Well, almost, and it makes a point to say, well, almost. This is almost it. There's some liberties taken here, and some things are kind of just jungled up. So I don't know. Some people there. There's always random traffic going over in the movie theater. It's kind of funny. A lot of young kids and stuff, and all that. What was I thinking in my head? Yeah, this movie takes some liberties and stuff, and this is one of them. But it's cute. It's tongue in cheek and it's fun. And how do you call? What was I thinking in my head? I was thinking something in my head with this. The love story between the characters is nice, I guess. Or it is nice, right? Or Tatum Chatham. And what's the other one's name? Oh my god. Fucking Scarlett Johansson. And she's like a very pretty actress, right? And obviously he's a very good looking man, right? So the chemistry, they're like both good looking people, right? That star in this film. And then what else we have going on is in this movie is trying to think. Halfway through the film, I did like the director guy character, the gay director guy character. And I guess, well, I don't know, Scarlett Johansson, her character is it's like the name is Kelly, but that's not even her real name. I don't know if we ever learned her real name, because like halfway through the film, it did feel like to drag a little bit, I think. There's like a midway point part in the film where, and I kind of got distracted. I was texting the group chat, so I kind of got distracted with that. So half of the film, wasn't really paying attention all the way there. So it was a little muddy now that I think about it. But the first half, just about that, I was paying attention to. I did enjoy very thoroughly. It was funny and entertaining, and the movie is long. I think you do feel the runtime in this movie, for sure. I mean, I felt the runtime. in this film. And some of the long movies, right, I don't feel it too much, but this one I feel like I definitely felt the runtime in this, and did feel like it was kind of going on for a long time. I like how it ends with them kissing at the fake. I think they kiss at the fake set. I don't want to say it. They kiss at the fake set, and the camera pans out from that fake set, and then we get the rocket that gets shot up into the air, and that was cool to see, right, with the rocket shooting up. And I want to stop saying but I just can't get myself to stop doing that. Thinking in my mind, what else is there to say on this film? That character, Woody Harrelson plays I guess he's like the Men in Black, basically, like some guy from the government. Oh, this is the funniest scene. The funniest scene for me, or like one of the funny. There's a lot of funny scenes, but I really enjoyed this one particular scene. Where he's got the camera, like she actually proposes the idea. He doesn't like it, but she pushes it over to this guy, and this guy told the president. He said, well, you know, it was a bad, you know, because Tatum's character says, you know, that's the worst idea. One of the worst ideas that she has come up with is, you know, she wants to put a camera on the shuttle, and they have to account. They're really accounting for weight of everything. He says we're even accounting the weight of the screws. Like, that's how important the weight, you know, balance is for this, right? Like the weight limit, I guess. I don't know. Which, I mean, it makes sense, right? Everything has to be to the T with this type of equipment, right? That they're using, the little space capsule thing. But yeah, they want to put a camera on it. She proposes the idea. He rejects it. I guess she says it to Woody's character. He says it to the president, the Congress, the government people. And Woody tells him, you know, it was a good idea, yeah? But the president, guess what? The president loved it. So now it's a great idea. Which essentially means she won. You have to put this camera onto that little shuttle thing. It has to be there because the president was briefed on it and he liked that idea. So now you have to put it. You have to put this thing onto the shuttle. It has to happen, you know? And so that's happening right in the film. That's about to go down. And that whole scene was just funny. Another funny scene was, you know, she goes into the NASA. I think the guy, because they're doing like a little tour, and they're the only ones on the tour thing. Because this is like a point where NASA's going through a rough time financially. Things aren't looking so hot around the facility, and they're on this like little tour with this guy. The kid was a kind of a character himself. He mentions like with the gator, this is the alligator lane, whatever the fuck, and he mentions to them, you know, keep your arms and legs in the vehicle or you'll lose them. Ha 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 ha. No, that's just a joke. They mostly attack you in the water. That was funny. I can't do it justice telling you here, but it was funny when he mentions that, you know, keep them in the vehicle, you'll lose them. No, I'm just kidding. But like for real though, in the water, that's really where they're gonna attack you. That's their territory. You get in that water, honey, you're done for. No, but she takes his pass and he's chasing after them. And I thought, like, wow, don't tell me the guard is not just gonna like, you know, just accept that pass that they have, let them walk through. When this guy comes in and explains, hey, we were literally just there. You probably saw us pulled up. This woman took my pass. It was like straight off my shirt and walked right in there. Hello. So, you know, that was funny, right? That little sequence there, a little scene there with that. And she tells to the young men, there's two of them in particular that we get to know throughout the film. And one is 24, the other is 23. And she says she talks to both of them to tell her their age and some other things, so some basic information about them. And when the tall one says, I'm 24, she looks to her assistant and say, we'll say 35. Oops, excuse me there. Right, being so, because they're so young. She even says, oh God, you guys are like babies. She says that to them, and I like when they rebuttal and they say, because the other one's 23, right? And they rebuttal and say, oh no, we have older people working here, like 37 and 35, right? Something like that. And obviously that's her. She's in that age group, right? She's still young, right? But still a little older. She's like in that middle cusp of like the youth, where you're still a little youthful, but you're definitely getting up there. You're starting to climb up to the age ladder, right? And oh my god, what did she say? You're trying to hold so hard. You're so glad I'm not choking right now or something. She has a rebuttal to that, right? Because but it's kind of like and the guys didn't mean anything by it. When she calls them the babies, they weren't like saying it a snarky way, but it just came full circle, right? She's calling them too young, and then they're saying, "Oh no, we have old people working here," and they mention people in their 30s, and then she has that ouch. I'm in my 30s. You calling me old? Fuck, man. This I like that her assistant and her, I like the like friendship that they have together. And I like when she gets told about the secret project Artemis thing that nobody can know about, right? The filming the moon landing. She says to Woody Harris character, "Well, I'm gonna need my assistant with me to do it," right? That's her way of saying yes. Well, okay, well, I'm gonna do this, but obviously my assistant needs to work with me. I'd also like the, what was it? I like that the assistant and the skinny, the small guy, the scrawny, skinny guy of the two duo, the 23-year-old. Well, I like how her and him kind of elope together. They got a little romance, a little romance going, basically. And she's a really good artist. She's really good at sketching. And so she even gives Scarlett Johansson's character this book in the film for just a gift. It wasn't her birthday. No, I think it was just a gift in general. And in that book, because she's looking at this while she's at an airport, because I guess she was going to leave, go to England, and have a fake identity and not talk about, and like leave him behind. Because they fall in love, right? They fall in love, and he even tells her, Channing Tatum's character tells her that, "Oh, I wasn't interested back there. Just letting you know, I wasn't interested. Just want to clear the air." And she's like, "Oh no, okay." I like that she doesn't say anything to this. She just leaves it blank. Because I guess, it's bullshit. Obviously, well, you had to be interested in me in some capacity. I mean, you did say that shit to me at the diner. He tells her, "Oh, that's just stranger speak at the diner. It doesn't mean anything now because now we're actually working together, and now, I guess but they're kind of equal, right? It's like they're working alongside each other, not necessarily one's under the other, right? The work-life balance. I like that Tatum Chatham has his own sort of it's a friend, right? He has a friend with him, and it's that they also work together. Like she has the assistants, but they're also, you can see they're friends. And with him and this other guy, they're also friends. They know each other for a long time. I like that they have that balance in the film where they have each person has their own corresponding individual that's the friend to them. I like that little detail there. I like that he gardens the memorial dedicated to the three astronauts that passed away in an accident. Which I'm curious if that's a real thing. Probably a real thing. I don't know too much history about this case, the whole space race and stuff, and it's right. Like I said, this film takes liberties, and they tells you in this trait. This is like almost. So some of these things are true, but also we're taking some liberties here, fabricating some or exaggerating. Oh, hey, what if this happened instead of that happening? And I guess if you know the history of this, then you would know what is what, right? What was I thinking in my head? Oh yeah, the book. I went on a complete tangent. I forgot about, just talking about the book straight. But in the book, she draws like people at the worker, right? She draws like the employees, and some of them, she has fond memories of some of the employees. Oh, I do enjoy that person's company. That person's very nice. She has a picture of her and the 23-year-old guy, and they're hugging. So I thought that was really cute. Kind of solidifies, oh, I'm kind of falling for this young man that works there. I'm starting to like him, and he's starting to like me. We're starting to like each other. And then she even has towards the end, I don't even know if it's towards the end with the drawings, but there's a picture of her and Chatham staying together, and she's like fixing something on his shirt or whatever. And then the next picture is a close-up of his face cast like in a shadow, and that's what makes her cry, right? Because she realizes, I'm in love with this man. And people at the place, they can see, because she talks to one of the astronauts, and the astronaut guy mentions, it's nice to see him finally have something else to live for besides the work. And obviously he's referring to her, because we can see that he's also falling in love with her, and they're both very fond of each other equally, both of these characters. Yeah, it's a nice movie. It's funny. It's got a nice little love subplot. They get together at the end. They're successful. They had this whole well, I guess they had to have some sort of villain type thing, which is like the lie about the fake, what's it called? Oh my god, what was it? What was it? The fake moon landing, because Tatum's character can't know about it, or neither can other people at NASA know about it. But it see, I don't know. This is the part of the film where I wasn't really paying attention, so I don't really know what happened. I'll have to see someone else's review. Like I said, this movie is long. You definitely feel the runtime. I was the only one in that theater to see this film, and I wonder if this film is doing well in the box office right now. But I'm not sure when it came out. I'm sure opening day maybe did better, or close to opening day. I'm not like gonna. This is a weekend day. This is one of the like slow days for people, right? So this day is perhaps you know, like slow. What was I thinking in my mind? What was I thinking? I can't even remember. Fly Me to the Moon. Yeah, that's my thoughts. That's it. Sorry for the repeated ums and the forts, and a little off my rocker today. The car, I put the air down so it stays cold, right? And this phone is feeling hot. So let's end this video here. Yep, thank you for listening.